Hello everyone! For those who do not know me, my name is Istarix over from the War of the Ring Discord channel. And yeah, this video is actually my first attempt at an in-depth game analysis for a War of the Ring game I played recently. Yeah, I just thought that I might try one of these myself because I really like the bits of Ira Fey, the War of the Ring champ here on YouTube. Give him a view. His videos are really excellent, so I thought, yeah, why not try this myself? This is actually a game from the current 2022 World Tournament for War of the Ring, where I'm also a first-time contender this year. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, shall we? And this is game one of round one. And I'm the free people player here, and yeah, get right into it. It's quite a long one, but I think it's also an interesting game. So yeah, let's start this. So yeah, I already draw my cards. You can see I start with Horn of Gondor and Help Unlooked For. It's not too bad. I mean, Horn of Gondor is a playable card. Help Unlooked For uh, can become useful later, perhaps when I need to relieve a siege. Shadow draws hill trolls on and the ring is mine. Also, I think fine starting cards. You always love to see red tile, and hill trolls is a very good card for reinforcing your sieges. So yeah, let's see the rolls. He allocates one eye, and yeah, I have to tell him that SP always rolls first. My opponent is a relatively new player. So yeah, he rolls one more, and I roll this nice and flexible roll. Always good for the first turn. I think to myself, well, you're gonna use the Palantir to play Horn of Gondor, which I do, to get the card draw from Gandalf right away. That's always nice. The redraw, though, is not so nice. It's just there and back again. Really one of the not so good cards, I think, in the character deck for the free people, because yeah, it's most often just not useful to separate someone just to activate the northern nations. Very often it's just too late to be. So not happy to see that, but what can you do? Yeah. Then my opponent moves Sauron to war here right away. He just got one monster turn one. So yeah, you have a choice here. If you wanna just get your armies of Sauron moving and perhaps attack soon, then might make sense to put Sauron to war as he did here. I would be more inclined to bring Isengard to war, because if you also roll just one master next turn, then you can at least get Saruman. But I think that's still fine. Yeah, I pass here. Then he immediately plays Hill Trolls, because now Sauron is at war, so the card is playable. I guess that's why he brought Sauron to war in the first place. Yeah, Hill Trolls, he uses it to upgrade some guy in Minas Morgul and in Dol Guldur. So you can actually split this one up. I didn't knew this for a long time that you can do this. Don't know if it's so useful to do it in two different armies, but yeah, I think it's fine. And now that he's reinforced Minas Morgul, I think he might probably go for Gondor. So yeah, we'll see. Then I move the Fellowship, and he misses me. Then he plays the Ring is Mine with a character die. Well, perhaps he should have just done it with a Palantir, perhaps. I don't know. Because you might want to be inclined to get your armies going as Shadow. I don't know. But I guess it's also okay to just use the character die if you want to draw another card, perhaps with Palantir. Yeah, okay. Then I just move again, and because I think against two eyes, it's fine to move twice. And I have Horn of Gondor, and I also wanna perhaps kill off Gandalf, so I can get him perhaps next turn if he then gets Saruman early, but I don't know that yet. But he misses me again. So yeah, also fine, I guess. 2 safe movements, turn 1, good. So then he begins moving his armies, and yeah, I then bring Gondor one down the political track here because yeah, I see his armies in Gorgoroth and Morgul where he upgraded. So yeah, I think Gondor's gonna come under attack, and this way I might be able to put another elite into Minas Tirith, attack Osgiliath. So yeah, that's the plan. Then he draws a character card, and he gets his first tile drawing card, Falling from the Deep. Keep that in mind. And yeah, that's the first turn. I think quite standard, except for Shadow not getting 2 musters, but yeah, that happens. So let's go on to turn 2. I draw File of Galadriel and Eomer. Very happy to see both of these. Eomer is a perfect reinforcement for Helm's Deep, and yeah, File obviously is a very good card because it's one of the best healing tiles if you get to Mordor. So, and I can play them both with Palantir, and I still have Gandalf, so I can still redraw. So all of that is nice. My opponent gets Ringwraither Abroad and Orcs Multiply again. Also very good cards for the beginning. Orcs Multiply again, especially because now he can reinforce Dol Guldur and Mount Gundabad and come really hard after the North, so or Lorien, so that is really good for him. Okay, he allocates 1 eye again and rolls 2 more here, which is a bit okay. I'm now approaching the 3rd move, the important move, which can potentially reveal you into Moria. So yeah, 3 eyes is not the perfect thing here, but I also want to lose Gandalf, so also not the worst. So yeah, but then I roll this and just don't get any movement. So this question has, yeah, this question doesn't come into effect. And yeah, I think to myself, okay, then let's just cycle cards here. And I play Eomer and reinforce Rohan a bit and get a Scout, which is also a draw. Then my opponent, yeah, rightly so, plays Orcs multiplying again. So now he has some big armies up north. And yeah, I'm worrying a bit there. So I think to myself, okay, I have 3 masters showing. What am I going to do with those? I don't want to really give him a ring this turn, just to move once, because yeah, I think to myself, I have time, and I rather wanna just yeah muster my nations. So I think to myself, yeah, why not muster the elves, because way I can bring them to war all the way to war this turn, and yeah, he has not moved at all yet, so I can maybe get more elites into my strongholds. Yeah. He then brings Isengard to war. And I go ahead and muster the elves once more. And he then marches off in the direction of Lorien. So yeah, my call was right, I guess, or perhaps his move was just a reaction to me mustering the elves. And then I used the last die here, the army die also, to bring the elves to war. Not sure if it really was worth it, because now he's still 2 away from Lorien, but could have, yeah, bring Wraith abroad, which he does, so he can still get his army next to Lorien, so I will just get 1 muster in next turn. Better than nothing, but yeah, perhaps I should move Edoras to West Emnet and Carrick to Old Forest Road here. Not sure. It's always a bit hard to decide what to do with the early masters, and yeah, in this way I also facilitate the Witch King, of course, next round, but elves would get to war anyway, so I think this is okay. And I have no other playable card. Well, so yeah, I bring the elves to war. Then he, as I said, uses the Ringwraith abroad. A bit inefficient, I guess, because yeah, you're just moving 4 Nazgul with it. I always like to play this card when I have more Nazgul and the Witch King around, but I guess it's fine. And he brings his army to Dimril Dale, where he had just one. I forgot to mention this. He just moved one guy from Moria to Dimril Dale before, and yeah, I think to myself, why? I mean, of course, now you have a full army there, but this one guy more doesn't really cut it. I think you could have moved a different army, like the guys in Gorgoroth could have gone to Minas Morgul or to Morannon or wherever he wanna move them, or perhaps in the south ones, get them closer to Umbar, so you can later play Cursors. Yeah, but yeah, bit of inefficiency, but I think still fine. Okay, so now he's right next to Lorien. Okay, that's it for turn 2. Let's see how it goes. Turn 3. I draw We Prove the Swifter and Dain Ironfoot's Guard. Of course, I love to see Dain here, because I always love to see him. Because Dew often gets under attack, but in this case, Shadow is nowhere near Dew, so I don't really need him in this case, yet, at least. But okay. The Brutal Swifter, yeah, also not really usable right now. I can't really get anyone anywhere. At least that's what I'm thinking when I drew it here. Might get useful later, but we'll see what I do. He gets Dreadful Spells and Olokai. Fine, I guess. Then he allocates an eye and gets 2 more again. He's rolling a lot of eyes, but they're not doing much yet for him. And he gets 2 masters, so potentially he could get both the Witch King and Saruman this turn. Yeah, I get this, I think, fine roll, 2 movement potentially, but of course 1 Will of the West will be used to muster in Lorien, so just 1 move, and yeah, this way I also cannot really get Gandalf except I use a ring and then move and hope to get hit, so but even then he could just still wait, bringing in Saruman or the Witch King, so I cannot get Gandalf. Yeah. So yeah. How would I start? Yeah, of course I first master the Elven Elite, as I said. Then he attacks, makes sense, and I cycle a card by playing File here. Yeah. What else am I gonna play with a Palantir? Get Deadman here. Well, perhaps not gonna see use in this game, I think, because not looking like I will separate Strider, I guess. Yeah, not really. I mean, in this case, I could have thought about getting Aragorn actually to Minas Tirith also. I could have with the first Will of the West, could have separated him, um, gotten perhaps to I could have Reproof the Swifter is +2, he has level 3, and I had 2 movements, so I would be at 7 movement here. I could have gotten him to 1, 2, 5, 6. No, I would not have gotten him here near Gondor. So no, that's actually not possible here. I could have separated him into Moria, and from there I could have played Reproof the Swifter to get him to Minas Tirith, and then use the other Will of the West to crown him. Yeah, that would have been possible. But I guess, yeah, I just didn't want to do this. So, okay. File. Then he attacks Lorien here with his character die without recruiting the Witch King first, which I think definitely is a mistake. He should have gotten the leadership and, yeah, just buffed his army here. I think he just forgot he could do this, perhaps. So, as he's a new player, perhaps he didn't know the exact requirements for the Witch King. I'm not sure. But yeah, he attacks anyway and plays a card. I play a card. I play no quarter here because, yeah, why not? Help unlooked for. I don't really need it right now. So, and it's a good card effect. He uses Olokai and we come to kill. It's just 2 elites. Also, I think that's not the best use because you want to maximize the hits, and most often I play We Come to Kill with Saruman and a lot of elites in Helm's Deep, for example, or whatever. But okay, I guess. Could have also played They Are Terrible here, but perhaps he wants to save the tile drawing cards. Yeah. So let's see how this goes. He rolls 2 hits. I roll also 1 hit and get another from quarter. Pretty standard. Then yeah, he rolls for We Come to Kill and gets a hit, so I guess that was fine for him. And then he presses. And yeah, I have to tell him that well, I explained to him that you can actually delete just the combat cards without deleting the die by pressing Shift plus Escape. Yeah, didn't knew this, so okay. Then press and do we get? Yeah, he does get no hit, and I get 1 hit. He presses again and gets 3 hits, and I get 1 hit again. So Lorien survives barely, and yeah, it was a bit unlucky for him to not get any hit on the second roll, but yeah, okay, it happens. Then I play Dain here. Yeah, I guess I just didn't want to hold him because I would draw 2 cards next round, so I just didn't want to discard anything, and I'd rather play him now, so perhaps later when Erebor might get attacked, then he's already there. And I still can redraw cards with Gandalf, so that's why I did this here. And I get Book of Masabul immediately. And yeah, this will become important later, or not important really, but I will do something with it. So yeah. Then he brings in Saruman, makes sense. And I move again because, yeah, why not? Didn't move yet this turn, so I still have to, really. And he misses again, so still safe, still no opportunity to get rid of Gandalf, but okay. is okay, I think. And then he uses his other muster to muster Saruman and uses the voice. And yeah, he still doesn't get the Witch King, which I think definitely is a mistake. But okay, he might have just missed it here. And I'm, of course, happy to see it, that he did miss it. Yeah. Okay, that's it for turn 3, and we go on to turn 4. I draw Athelas here. Not really useful yet, because I have 0 corruption and to a Day Knight. I'm not really going for military stuff here, so yeah, I think not really useful right now. And he gets Stormcrow, and what was the other one? Ah yeah, Isildur's Bane, another tile drawing card. Yeah, that will get important later. Okay, he allocates 2 eyes now. Not sure why. Perhaps he just wants to hit the Fellowship now, and was a bit frustrated he didn't hit them last turns, but okay. Because I'm now I'm actually yeah, at 3 movement now, and so there's no danger for me to reveal into Moria, just through Moria. But okay. He rolls again 1 more, so again 3 eyes, and I get this roll. Again, low movement. Yeah, Fellowship is really slow. I mean, I'm at 3 movement turn 4. That's not really good. But I guess I still have the Palantirs, I still have Gandalf, so yeah, keep cycling cards here. That's my whole plan right now. He gets a bunch of musters, which yeah, isn't bad early for Shadow, definitely not. And he has much to do with them actually. At least I would have much to do with these. One would be for the Witch King, and the rest, yeah, just muster more stuff, or perhaps get the Southlands to war, also possible, depending on what I have. Okay, then I play We Prove the Swifter here, and yeah, I'm not sure why I did this here. I mean, yeah, of course, it's one of the playable cards I have in hand, and I can redraw, but it doesn't really make sense to do this. I decide to separate one Hobbit and get him to Tower Hills with this card, to be able to then play Book of Mozabo and get the dwarves to war. Not sure why, just because I can redraw, I guess, and because I can do this combo here. Doesn't really serve me any purpose, but it could get important later, so why not? I just think to myself, just play these cards if it's possible. You shouldn't always do this. It's not always the best advice to just play your cards because you can, because you never know if the combat effects or whatever. So yeah, you should always think about it. But in this case, I guess it's okay. And I will go alone, which I also really don't need. Yeah. Okay. Then he attacks Lorien again, and you play no cards, and he has an overkill and takes it. So first 2 victory points for Shadow, but he's not really fast, so I'm still thinking, okay, it's quite okay that he has got 2 now. I still have lots of time to reinforce rest. Okay, then I do what I just said. I use the book to bring Mary, in this case, to Ered Luin and bring the dwarves to war. And I get Thranduil, another reinforcement for the north, which I don't really need. So yeah, okay, happens. But at least I get through my decks. Then he musters here with he gets a Sauron regular in Dol Guldur and one in Moria. I'm not sure why. I mean, was he afraid that I would come for the Guldur here? I'm not sure. He should still get the Witch King, Yeah, not sure why he does this. Okay, I move again against 3 eyes and a car. I wouldn't mind a hit, but again, safe, no hits. Has been quite unlucky for at his hunt up to this point because he just had so many eyes and he just doesn't hit. I always hate that as Shadow. So, and he comments, yeah, that the Fellowship is especially sneaky here. Yeah. But okay. Then he again uses Saruman's voice ability. Still doesn't get the Witch King. And I, yeah, do the standard moves now because I am a bit worried about Isengard now. And yeah, the second move, I just didn't really know what to do with that. Don't know what would be best here, but I guess Iron Hills to Erebor just to make it more safe, I guess. You could also move from Osgiliath to Minas Tirith or Forts to Steep, one regular and one leader or whatever. I just decided to do this one. Yeah, he again uses Saruman, this time the upgrade ability. And I whine a bit that the FSP is so slow and whatever. Yeah, I love to whine in this game if things don't go my way. Then he tries to play Stormcrow here, which of course is not possible. I have to remind him he wants to play it on the dwarves, but they are already at war, so Stormcrow cannot be used. So yeah, he undoes it and instead just draws a card and gets Rage of the Dunlendings, which actually is very nice here for him. He could go after Rivendell with this, or after the Shire, or whatever he actually wants, or Rohan, I guess. Always good, this card, on most situations at least. Yeah, and that's it for turn 4, I think, yeah. And on to turn 5 here. Yeah, I get power to great, not too useful now because, yeah, Lorien has fallen and Rivendell, yeah, doesn't really seem under threat. I mean, I see the guys in Dunland here, and yeah, I think to myself, okay, he could have Rage, but still, just to protect one stronghold. I mean, Greyhaven's never gets attacked. Doesn't seem too useful now. Then Mirror of Galadriel, same thing. Doesn't really help me here. My opponent gets another tile drawing card, Orc Patrol, and Turn of the Lich King, and he gets rid of Stormcrow. Now I guess he was a bit salty that he couldn't play it. Yeah, it's just also not a very good card, except for the combat effect. Great Host is nice, but yeah, I guess it makes sense to discard this here. Okay, he allocates one eye again, and again gets 2 more. So 3 eyes this spell right now. We saw it before. And then I get this horrible roll. Again, second turn without any movement. And now I'm beginning a bit to worry because this is just too slow. I mean, yeah, still I'm able to cycle cards because I got so many Palantirs, but really I can't really do anything productive. So yeah, really thinking about now using a ring here because I just want to get going here. Not sure if it's correct though. Okay, I begin by whining again that I'm having so many Palantirs and so low C die. And yeah, but what can you do? And then I use the ring and move. And he misses me again. So in a way, definitely good. But also I'm kind of sad that I still cannot get rid of Gandalf, and yeah, I just don't love playing with 4 dice as a 3 people. I just always want to somehow get my 5th die. But Aragorn, yeah, I just wasted. We proved the Swifter last turn, so and I have no Will of the West, so can't get him as well. So yeah, I just have to roll with this, I guess. Then he plays Rage of the Dunlin here, and he goes for Rohan with it, which I'm kind of happy to see because then I don't really have to play Power to Great and can use the combat effect later. And yeah, Rohan is quite okay, I think, because I got Eomer before. Yeah. Then I play Thranduil, draw 2 cards, and then I have a lot of cards in hand, and yeah, I have to discard something. And here I think I will go alone because I think to myself, yeah, you don't really need to heal any corruption, and healing card is most often just don't play it. Don't know. So yeah, I kill it here. Perhaps I should have saved it, looking at how the game went, but you never know. Okay, then he attacks Rohan here, but not from Orthing. He attacks from Gabfro. Okay, I guess. Don't know if that was necessary. I probably would have first moved the guys into Isengard and then attack from Isengard directly because Gandalf is nowhere near, so ends are not a problem. Or perhaps I would have used the other muster to muster up again. Or, oh no, actually not. I would have got the Witch King. Yeah, but okay, I guess it doesn't really matter. And yeah, he attacks me, and I try to play scouts here, but he has Swarm of Bats, so yeah, can't scout here. And yeah, he gets a hit, and I get a hit, and then I retreat to. Where do I retreat? Yeah, to West Emnet, because then I can get them in with my army die. If I didn't have an army die, I would also have retreated to West Emnet, because this way I could then move West Emnet to Helm's Deep's character die. That sometimes can help if you don't have an army die, because you have the leader from the forts then in West Emnet. Yeah, okay, he moves in, and I do my move, and the second move, yeah, I just do this move to Ettenmoors with the North. Yeah, it kind of threatens to take Angmar, and you can also move this unit along later to Trollshaws and perhaps to Rivendell to buff up the stronghold. But yeah, North is not anywhere close to war, and so this is not really a threat. And Rivendell also is not under any threat. So yeah, I just didn't know what to move actually. Okay. Then my opponent goes ahead and in response, instead of bringing in the Witch King, finally, he just musters a Elite in Angmar. He was kind of scared, I guess, that I would take it, but yeah, the North is not at war. I guess he kind of missed this, but okay. Um, Then he moves from Forts of Eisen to West Emnet with 2 guys and takes it. I don't know. I mean, yes, you can do this. If you then plan on using these 2 to capture Edoras and Fold, but you would have to use a ring for this turn, and yeah, I don't know. It's really a bit strange. And then he moves out Isengard completely with the second movement. So this makes sense, of course. Okay, Rohan is almost at war. And then I use then I try to play the red arrow. But this is actually illegal because Gondor is still not active because the Witch King is not in yet, and I didn't get anyone down to Gondor to activate them or whatever. He didn't attack yet, so it's actually illegal, so I have to take it back. Yeah, and instead I just draw a character card here because I don't have anything else to play. And yeah, don't know. Perhaps a strategy card would make more sense actually here. Yeah, whatever. Okay. And then he is going with his Palantir, and he's also drawing a card and gets Hold from Beast and Deadly Strife, which of course is good for Shadow. Okay. That's it for turn 5, and we are on to turn 6 now. What did I draw? I draw House of Stuart and Kindred of Glorfin, which I both immediately discard because they're both not useful in the situation. Yeah, my opponent draws Cannons of Corpses, another attack card for the Fellowship, which he cannot play right now, and Pits of Mordor. Okay, he allocates an eye again. This time doesn't get any more. So can move finally without having to worry, but I didn't really have to worry anyway up to this point. Okay, and I get an okay roll, but I still will not be able to get Gandalf, so a little bit sad. But okay, I move and he misses. Yeah, just doesn't get any hits up until this point. Then he moves the Nazgul from Lorien to Forts of Isen. Okay, we will see why he does this. But I don't know. Does he need them there? Perhaps 2, because he then would have 5 leadership, but perhaps he just wants to be prepared when I take some hits in Helm's Deep, which he surely will, because that army there is quite buffed. Then he can still get rerolls. So I guess that makes sense. But yeah, his plan actually is to play a card here, but see. I move again, and he misses again. Then he comments, yeah, Fellowship is on Eagles, yeah. And I say, definitely not, because it's turn 6 and they are just at 7 movement. That's so slow. So, must be very slow, Eagles. Yeah. Then he plays Dreadful Spells on Helm's Deep, which I guess makes sense in a way. He could have had one more Nazgul or perhaps the Witch King there. But yeah, okay. He gets, I think, quite average hit, which is 1 for this card. Sometimes it really can hit hard. I got 5 hits from this several times when I was 3 people, and also when I was Shadow myself, I sometimes get quite a few hits, but the average is just 1 or 2. So yeah, that's, I think, makes sense. And then I use a ring here to move a 3rd time. And I think this was a mistake. Because I just didn't need to, really. I had every time in the world, and I could have played Accent Bow here and redrawn again. I was just a move that I didn't need to do. And yeah, it immediately backfired because now, of course, he hits. And now the Fellowship is out of Rivendell finally. He gets an eye, and I decide to lose Gandalf here immediately, which is not efficient, of course, because it's now just a 1 and the 2 other life from Gandalf are wasted then. But I'm afraid that I'll just draw another tile from the Moria tiles, so that I cannot kill him off and still don't get Gandalf next turn. So I just think, okay, just kill him with this. But as it turns out, you'll see I reveal into Noman-Lands and the Moria tile. Of course, this is 3. So, this is bad. I should have done it the other way around. And actually, I should have used Horn of Gondor to block the 1 damage from the eye. And then I could have gotten Gandalf killed by the 3 and it would be perfect. But of course, it's the other way around. So, yeah. Then I have to use Horn of Gondor here and just take the 2 corruption. Yeah. Now it's still fine, the fellowship, but now I'm out in the open, and what I do not know, of course, he has all these nasty tile drawing cards, and yeah, we will see about this. Okay, the next. Yeah, I just explained to him what I did there because he was a bit fast for him. Yeah, goes through that, and then he immediately plays Falling from the Deep. He could have waited until I hit, so it would have perhaps revealed me again. So yeah, that would have been even worse. But okay, yeah, he just draws the tile now and he gets a 1. And I think, yeah, I just take the damage here because I don't want to lose Strider here. Yeah. Oh, actually, I can't. It's Falling from Deep, so I have to draw random. And I get not the Hobbit. I get lucky that I don't get Strider here, but I also don't get the Hobbit, which would be the perfect draw here. So another corruption point wasted because Gimli is level 2. And yeah, I'm sad. And now I make the mistake and hide here right now, which I shouldn't because he still has a Palantir. I mean, he is also ring, so he could always play another card on me. But yeah, still, you just shouldn't do this if you suspect that he might have more cards, and especially if he can play them, definitely. So at least wait. In this case, it doesn't matter, but in other cases, it might. So yeah, it might be a mistake. So, but anyway, I hide here, and yeah, then he immediately plays Candles of Corpses with his Palantir. Yeah, and sadly he gets 3 hits. So now the Fellowship doesn't look that good anymore. We're now up to 5 corruption, and yeah. So effectively, we're still minus, of course. It's now -3, I think, effective corruption. That's still okay, but actually I want to be at this level when I'm already in Mordor. So I'm not too happy about this. I mean, I have Athelas in hand, so I can heal later because I still have Strider and I still have Axe and Bow, but still don't want to get 3 hits by Candles. Yeah. Okay. Then I whine again. But yeah, it's just a game. It's not especially unlucky or anything. It's just, yeah, in this case, it was unlucky. Okay, then he attacks Helm Steep here, which makes sense, I guess. Yeah. And then he moves his armies up to Gondor, which also makes sense. And he takes Edoras. Okay. Gets his 3rd victory point, but he leaves Fold open. So, this will get a bit important later. And it's just something you need to notice. As Shadow, it's always bad if you don't take over Rohan quickly completely, because they can just muster in a place if you leave something like this, and it can become a huge problem later. So I always try to take Rohan as fast as possible and capture all the muster points. Same problem in Gondor, really. But Rohan especially just gives some headaches sometimes because these armies that are recruited then here can come up to Lorien and retake it perhaps if you didn't leave your guys here, or they can come up to Dol Guldur and take it, or they can come from Minas Tirith and relieve sieges and whatever. So that's really something Shadow should think about. Okay, let's go on. He then finally gets the Witch King here. Yeah, bit late, but better than never. And prepares to attack Gondor with him. Yeah. And yeah, that's it for this turn. As I said, it's quite a long game. We still have several turns to go. But yeah, just go along here. Turn 7. So I have 6 cards in hand already, so gonna have to discard again. I get Faramir's Rangers, which is good in this situation because I see he's going to come for Gondor, and so this is going to be good. And an end card, which is also good because Saruman is all by himself right now, so I think, yeah, perhaps I can catch him here. I kill the red arrow because, yeah, Edoras was just taken without any fight, so this is useless now. And what do I kill? My opponent gets Lure of the Ring, another good hunting card, and Threats and Promises, which is good because of Delivery of Orthang, the combat effect that can use in Rohan, which he is currently attacking, so perfect. And then I get rid of Through a Day and Night because I think, yeah, military stuff doesn't really look likely here. Although the Fellowship took a bit of a battering, I still have hopes here. And yeah, I mean, the dwarves are at war, and I could perhaps think about something there, but the only really weak stronghold of Shadow is Dol Guldur right now, and I don't really know where I could get the other 2 points. So yeah, I think to myself it's best to discard this. Perhaps I could have, yeah, don't know, Celeborn, but Daylight is just a very good combat effect and better than Confusion, so I think this was the right decision. Okay, the Fellowship is okay here, and then he allocates 2 eyes, which I think in this case makes sense because, yeah, he might want to catch me and keep me from entering Mordor this turn, and I mean, I still roll only 4 dice, and it's not a given that I enter Mordor this turn, and yeah, if you can reveal me and get more hits especially, then yeah, it might become quite difficult for me. So yeah, makes sense. And then he gets 2 more eyes, so I move against 4 eyes, which is bad. And then I get this roll, which is kind of nice because I finally can get Gandalf, but also I just can't do anything else with this roll, except moving. But I don't mind actually because I have Axe and Bow and I have Athelas in hand, so both I want to use. So yeah, I think still this is a good roll for me. Yeah, I go ahead and get Gandalf immediately because why not? Oh, actually, yeah, I do get him immediately because Saruman is still by himself and I have an end card in hand, so I can play the end card and another card and get rid of Saruman and play Athelas, for example. He then musters in return, but he just gets 1 regular, and I don't get this. He has still elites, so he should have mustered an elite here. Not sure if he just misclicked or whatever, but yeah, he just musters 1 regular, and that is, I think, This definitely was a mistake because now I use my end and I get one hit. So if he had had an elite here, Saruman wouldn't have died. Yeah, but he dies. And then I make a bit of a mistake here because I try to play Eximbo and Athelas, which of course is not possible. You can only chain end cards and then get one more character card if you have Gandalf and Fangorn. But yeah, I think I decide I play Athelas first. Yeah, Athelas and a roll, and I just get one heal here. So that's of course unfortunate because here the average expected is 2 if Strider is guide. You know, he got the 3 hits on candles, and yeah, I'm just sad that I can't make use of my Athelas here. But yeah, it happens. It's still okay, I guess. At 4 corruption, yeah. But I still am beginning to worry right now for the Fellowship. Okay. Then he tries playing Lure of the Ring. Which of course is not possible because Fellowship has to be revealed. But through this attempted card play, I now know he has Lure of the Ring also. And I know that he might have even more of these nasty cards. And yeah, it's not good because yeah, the Fellowship, I mean it's still okay, but yeah, I get nervous here. Okay. He takes it back and plays then Orc Patrol instead. And I'm like, oh my god, how many of these does he have? And of course, he draws a 3, which I cannot just take outright here because then I would be at 7 and it's just far too high. So I have to take a random here and I get Pippin, which is also not optimal because that's not the optimal soak. Of course, I didn't want to get Strider here, but I would have preferred I got Legolas or Boromir. This way I get another 2 corruption, and now I'm at 6. And yeah, it's just bad. I still haven't moved, at least I didn't get revealed here. So perhaps it was a mistake to not move immediately, because if I got revealed here, then I wouldn't even be able to get into Mordor this turn. So yeah, just bad completely. And I also didn't play Axe and Bow before, so yeah, because I didn't get the chance, but still, it's just not good. Okay. Then I move because what else am I gonna do? I wanna get into Mordor. I could have played Axe and Bow here, though, and I probably should have, but yeah, he misses. So okay, I'm happy about that. And then he plays Isildur's Bane, and I'm like, oh my god, how many of these does he have in hand? He got almost every tile drawing card, and he played them all when I was in Noman-Lands. So yeah, that was it's really getting hard for the Fellowship now, and he just gets a 0, so that's good. But now I'm revealed and cannot enter Mordor this turn. So yeah, just a very bad turn for the Fellowship here. Because I'm gonna hide here and then goes to attack Gondor here, or prepare to attack. And then he just moves his Nazgul to Helm's Deep because he first wanna finish off Rohan. Okay, makes sense, I guess. Because he now has no leadership in Helm's Deep because Saruman is dead, so yeah, why not? Okay. On to turn 8. I get Guards of the Citadel, which I'm very happy to see here because, of course, I can defend Ministers with that. And I get Gwai here, which also is not bad because Gandalf now is kind of free to move around because he did his job by killing off Saruman. So I can perhaps also get Gandalf to Minas Tirith if I want. Yeah, do stuff with him. Yeah. My opponent, what does he get? He gets Monsters Roused and Balrog. Balrog is really useless for him. Monsters Roused, okay, for the combat effect, because I don't really think he wants to attack Rivendell here. Okay. He then decides to put 3 eyes in. And I think that might be a bit overkill, but on the other hand, yeah, if he can reveal me into Moronon here. And I mean, look at the hunt pool here. It's a yeah, it's a 50-50 more or less. It's 6 to no, it's actually more than 50% he will reveal me into a Moronon. And then he can draw another tile. And if it's not an eye, means just 3 eyes in here. There's still 1 3, there's still 2 2s. He can dish out even more damage. So okay, I mean it's definitely something to think about here, and I think that was a good move by him. I personally would have perhaps stick with just 2 eyes, but okay. Does 3. And he draws no more. And I get this. And I'm just oh my god, shit. I will lose every Will of the West to Day Without Dawn. But then I see, oh yeah, the Saltons are nowhere near war, so there's no threat of Day Without Dawn. And he actually doesn't have it, but of course I don't know that. And yeah, first I just move because why the fuck not? And I need to move because I want to get into Mordor. And of course he hits me then. And he draws a 2, which I kind of have to take a random here, I guess, and I just hope I don't hit Strider here. And I'm lucky in this case and get Legolas. But, you know, the casualties are mounting. And this all happened just in this space, you know, just Noman-Lands and Legolas. This is a death trap here, this game. So, yeah, now I'm really beginning to worry. And yeah, you know, perhaps in this case, I should at this point have already begun thinking about how can I do a military victory here, because it's by no means guaranteed I win a ring victory here. I mean, still totally possible, but you know, I still haven't had any. Oh, yeah, actually, I have 1 blue tile here, but still, it's not the best pool, I guess, and I'm worrying. Okay, let's go on. Helm's Deep. He attacks it and plays Devilry of Orthanc, and I play Daylight. Oh, how does this go? He does get 2 hits anyway, and I get 3 hits. He presses, and yeah, what's the result here? Yeah, then he. No, actually, that's later. Yeah, then he plays Desperate Battle, and I play no quarter and use up power to grade because, as I said, it's not useful anymore. And he gets 3 hits, so and I get absolutely none. So yeah, I guess Helm's Deep is doomed here. Oh no, actually I get 2 hits. But still, Helm's Deep is doomed. And then he presses again and tries to draw another card here for the Witch King. And I'm like, no. That would be totally overpowered if you could draw a card for the Witch King every combat round. That'd be totally insane. So no. But yeah, he doesn't really need it, I guess. Do this. he then uses Deadly Strife for the one regular. Kinda overkill. He should use this somewhere else because don't need it here. But I guess he wanted to get especially make sure this Rohan guy dies, and of course he does. I still only roll once, whatever. I whine a bit more. And yeah, he's now up to 5 victory points. And yeah, he's making progress, and the fellowship is looking worse by the minute. So this is not looking too good right now. Then I play Faramir's Rangers as I planned because he has this armies of Sicilian, and he has not attacked yet, so better play it before he attacks me. And I get a hit, and yeah, it's okay. Then he moves back to Gondor after he took Helm's Deep. Still not taking Fold, by the way. I then draw a character card. I guess I just thinking, try and get more character cards because you want to get to the blue tiles to make Mordor easier. Or draw the cards you need for Gollum, like Bilbos Song, and there's another way. So, because I know I just can't rush Mordor here with this much corruption. Yeah, but I get an end, which is kind of useless now. Then he plays a red tile to make my life even worse. Oh, no, actually, he just drew it. But yeah, still, this will make my life worse in Mordor. And I draw as well, and I draw a blue tile, at least in response here. And then he uses a ring to play the red tile, which I also think is quite good because you want to get this into the pool before I get moving in Mordor. So yeah, that definitely was a good move here. Okay, I then play my own red tile because now I know he will not be playing Cruel Weather or anything because yeah, he just used up his ring and he just has another army master die. So yeah, let's get my blue tile in. Notice that axe and bow now is actually useless because Legolas died. So yeah, played this too late. Or just didn't play it at all. Okay, then he attacks Gondor here. And he plays another Deadly Strife. Yeah, he's really intent on killing my guys. And he gets 3 hits, so yeah. And I get just 2, so Faramir, bye-bye. And I sadly cannot get the units into Minas Tirith, but at least I weaken his army significantly. Okay. Then, did he redraw here? I think he forgot to redraw Witch King card in this case. Okay, yeah, well, it's Shadow's responsibility to remember the Witch King ability. So, yeah, I just didn't notice it during the game, I guess. In case I would have probably told him. Okay, Challenge of the King and certain ships. Certain ships, of course, I'm happy to see here for turn 9 because yeah, he's going for Gondor now, and Amroth should get a boost. Challenge of the King, of course, useless because Strider is going to be in Mordor. He draws another red tile and Shadow on the Mountains. And yeah, we're in Mordor now. He allocates 2 eyes for the 2 companions, which I also think makes sense because you wanna get maximum damage here. And yeah, doesn't get any more though. And I get this roll, low movement, but I'm not actually too fussed about that because I want to get slow in Mordor anyway. So yeah, okay. Let's see, what do we do here first? I guess, yeah, first I'm going to recruit a elite into Minas Tirith to prepare for the incoming attack. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. He then doesn't attack Minas Tirith though. Instead, he does give it to us, and that's very good, of course. Perhaps he should have used Palantir die, but yeah, whatever. To get that in before I move is, of course, very good for him. And yeah, I'm kind of cursing myself. And yeah, then I move. And what do we get? Yeah, he exactly gets the tie just put in, so good work there. And yeah, I'm like, oh my god, this is now really, really, really bad. I think I just take the corruption though, because yeah, I still don't want to lose Strider here. Yeah, I whine a bit again, and then, which is even worse, he of course plays Lord of the Ring, which he still has, and I should also know that he might still have this card. But of course I cannot do anything against this here because I just revealed and he can play it. But yeah, it's now getting really dangerous, and he luckily doesn't draw Strider here at least. But Boromir dies, and yeah, now it's looking really bad because I'm at 7 corruption, effective 4 corruption. So if you start with Gollum with 5 corruption in Mordor, it's really a 50-50 shot. So it's not at all uh, looking good right now. But I mean, it's possible. I can draw it out. I can get to a Bilbos Song, and there's another way, and all these nice cards and more blue tiles and whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be tight. Then I hide, of course, immediately, and he mistakenly draws one of my cards and then gets another red tile. Then I proceed to just muster up Gondor because why not? I mean, I have certain ships, but still I need more troops there, and he has no really other theater of war where he's actually going right now. There's no one in the north. Yeah, thousands actually haven't even moved around yet, so I think I still have a lot of time here, which I'm also happy about because then I can take Mordor slowly. Yeah, okay. He then uses his ring to play Shelob's Lair, which again is very good, I think. He actually really does a good job to capitalize on his advantage corruption-wise and just hammer the Fellowship with everything he can. And yeah, you absolutely should do that as Shadow if you get the chance, especially if the military isn't very fast as it is here. So yeah, and all the free people player can do in this situation is actually just switch strategies then yeah. And I should probably have definitely by this point thought more about military victory, but I still had hopes, and perhaps you can kind of get up the stairs, in Mordor, and you still have Strider, and yeah, Gollum's cards have not showed up yet, so why not? Perhaps it's all gonna get good. But yeah, I think I should have thought about military stuff here at this point. Yeah. What I do, yeah, then I just get leader into Amros and more Gondor. Genau. No, actually I get a leader in Minas Tirith because it's more under threat right now, and master another regular into Amros. Then he brings the South Zones closer to war, and brings the guys from Minas Morgul in, and from Nern, I guess. Okay, I would rather move the Southlands here. Okay. Then I get for turn 10 now. There is another way. I'm very happy to see this because I know I will soon be onto Gollum and I need every heal I can get. I discard an end because it's useless, and I think Challenge of the King. No, actually I get rid of the power of Tom Bombadil. And perhaps that was a mistake because at first the combat effect is actually quite good. Second, Axe and Bow is completely useless. I don't have any companion anywhere, and I cannot play it in the as a card anymore. And yeah, what does it help me? And the power of Don Bombadil I could have actually advanced the north, so not sure why I killed this here. Could also could have killed Challenge of the King, but yeah, Sudden Strike is a good combat effect, and I have 2 leaders in Ministerial, so yeah. And I still can get one more with Guards of the Citadel. So yeah. That's why I'm not discarding this, I guess. Yeah, don't know. Okay, then he um gets 2 eyes, and I get 4 army masters and just 1 movement. But as I said, I'm not too unhappy about it because I want to go slow. Then I immediately move because I think, yeah, before he does even more stuff, just get moving. And he gets a 2. And in this case, I just take Strider because, yeah, I must use my corruption efficiently because it's not the perfect result because, yeah, it's another point wasted effectively. But okay, now I'm at 7 and step 1 actually. Still possible, but I need Bilbos Song. So, and then he tries Breaking of the Fellowship. Again, I have to remind him that it's only playable when you are revealed, but I'm like, oh no, can get another corruption in when I'm revealed, which is very likely because look at this pool. Lots of reveals in there, so yeah, I'm like, shit. He then moves Southlands all the way to war, and I muster more elites in Minas Tirith, which I guess is fine, but perhaps not necessary. I should perhaps get them north closer to war because if I want to do military stuff, I need the north. And actually, that will become important later. So, yeah, I guess perhaps I should have just moved the north along. Don't know. Or just played Guards of the Citadel instead of recruiting just the elite. But I guess I just wanna wait until he attacks Minas Tirith, and then if I take a few hits, then I can play Guards of the Citadel into the stronghold, which would be more annoying for him. Okay. He moves again some guys from Gorgoroth to Minas Morgul and more guys to the Lich King. And I muster more in Dol Amroth, and this time I'm spotting that actually Fold is still unconquered, and I think, okay, yeah, why not? Why not just muster some Rohan guys now? And I begin to muster up Rohan. He gets his Southrons to Gondor. He attacks Pelagi with them, and Pelagi gets taken. He's now up to 6 points, so he actually just needs to take over Gondor. Then he would be good. And I think to myself, okay, let's just use this opportunity and get Rohan underway. Muster 1 more elite. And then he decides to use to move a Nazgul to Edoras, which I'm not sure why. I mean, he gets one more reroll, okay, but it doesn't really do anything. Especially he just wasted a complete die just for this one move. Not sure. I keep drawing character cards because I just want to get to Bilbos Song here. And now I finally kill Challenge of the King and Sudden Strike because, yeah, I cannot use it anyway, but perhaps Eagles Are Coming would also have been a good choice here. Don't know which is best, or Exit Bow again. I don't really cannot really use it right now. I could if I brought Gandalf to Minas Tirith, and I would have a companion there, and then I could use Mighty Attack. And I'm definitely considering to bring up Gandalf to Minas Tirith now that the Witch King army is coming in, and I can negate all his leadership. Okay, and now he attacks it, so yeah, makes sense. And we are on to turn 11. Ooh, yeah, it's a long game. I told you. So this is gonna be a long video, but I think it's interesting. Okay. I got Mithril, Code, and Sting, and Wisdom of Elrond here, and I get rid of Guards of the Citadel and Wisdom of Elrond. Okay, Wisdom of Elrond makes sense because it's just another muster, I guess. But Guards of the Citadel? Oh, yeah, I got rid of Guards of the Citadel because I didn't have another leader and I just got regulars left. So I can't really use it effectively. And yeah, the combat effect charge. Yeah, perhaps I should have used that because I have 3 elites here. Not sure. Not sure why I'm holding. The Eagles Are Coming. I almost never use this card, so not sure. Really not sure. Okay. He gets just 1 eye, and I get this roll. First, I bring in Gandalf to Minas Tirith, as I planned. He then recruits more Nazgul in response. Okay, I guess. Then I move. Or do I? No. Actually, no, I first play Mithril Coat and Sting, which of course makes sense because I don't want to get chewed up by a red tile. And then he moves Nazgul around, just 2 to his Pelagi army, thinking, yeah, perhaps he's not going to go for Dol Amroth here. Okay, then he plays Many Kings, and he plays it down in all in Harad, which I think perhaps he shouldn't have done. Perhaps he should have reinforced his rune forces because actually my northern armies, except for Erebor, are quite weak. He could easily take out Woodland Realm and Dale with the Easterlings, I guess. And then, yeah, he would just need Minas Tirith here if he took both. And he still has the guys from Mount Gundabad as well. But okay, I guess he wants to focus on Gondor, so that's what he does. Then I move then finally, and I just get a 1, which is fine. And then I think, yeah, should I reveal to the 1 and use Gollum to not take the 1 damage or not? And actually, that's something I shouldn't even be thinking about because it would make no sense. Because if I reveal here, then he would just play the Breaking of the Fellowship, which he tried to play before, and I should remember this. But it seems I forgot, so... Oh, did I forget? No, I did not forget. I just took it. Damage, yeah, because if I would not have, then I would be revealed and he still could give me the damage, so yeah. Okay. Then he moves his army, and that I didn't understand because oh, used the sea die. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I thought he used his army die there. Yeah, I continue mustering in Rohan because I think perhaps I can take back Edoras or yeah. He plays the Shadow Lengthens, and then he does something I definitely don't understand, and that is actually really a big mistake. He puts out all of his forces from Helm's Deep and puts them into Edoras. And that is not good because I could at this point wait, let's wait until he finishes his moves. Then he tries to move the guys from Umber to Pelagi, and I have to tell him that the movement has to end in another Shadow army. Then he just, I think, gets the guys from Fahara to Umber. Yeah, okay. So as I was saying, it was bad to move the guys from Helm's Deep to Edoras because now I have a free pass for my guys in Fold to Helm's Deep and Orthanc. I could use a ring right now, or when it's my turn again, to just move my Fold guys to West Emnet, and then I could immediately retake Helm's Deep at the start of next turn. And then he would be in trouble. And I would be in striking distance to Orthanc as well. But at this point, I also think about, why not go for Orthanc directly? Because, Fellowship doesn't look too good. I'm at 8 corruption and I still have 3 steps, and Unpull is not looking too good. I mean, I have Mithril and I can still get Bilbos Song, and there's another way, but still, alternatives should be considered. So, I'm eyeing Orthanc here. Okay. He attacks the Amroth then, of course. Yeah, makes sense. I don't fight him here. I could fight him, perhaps, but I don't want to risk anything here. No, that would actually be really bad if I fought him here. I misread that. I thought I had more units there. That's just 5. No, don't fight these battles if you don't have companions or really many units. Okay, and then I decide not to use a ring. Because I just have 1 left and I'm thinking, perhaps I needed to move sometime. And I don't know. Perhaps that was a mistake because now he can attack actually Fold, but he doesn't. He attacks the Amroth instead and uses an Onslaught here, which I also think is just, he's a beginner player, and I think he just does realize that his army is just too small to use Onslaught effectively here. Even if I don't get any hits, then he would weaken his army significantly. And he couldn't reinforce it yet because he doesn't have Corsairs to bring these guys up north. So quickly at least. And I also think he doesn't have Shadows Gather. I'm not sure if he already played it. Let's see. Discarded cards. Did he already? No, he did not. So perhaps he could have had Shadows Gather from West Harondor, move 3, bring them in, or have Corsairs and just bring them in immediately and start a battle. Yeah. But Onslaught is just a bit risky here, I guess. Nonetheless, he rolls 2 6s anyway, and I get just 1 hit. So now it's not actually too bad to just perhaps use 1 or 2 guys or 1 guy for Onslaught. And that's exactly what he does. He takes 1 hit and doesn't get 1 more. So was a bit risky. And he stops. Okay, on to turn 12. Yeah, a long game. So he gets how many eyes? He gets 2 eyes this time. He drew Palantir of Orthanc and Shadows Moving, and I got finally a blue tile and Swords and Eriador, which I don't care about, of course. What should I do with it? Perhaps muster some guys in Eriador to perhaps think about Moria or Angmar or whatever, but yeah, not sure. Okay, and I get this roll, which is, I think, very good. I use this to play certain ships here. Yeah, perhaps I should have waited till I just got 3 guys in there, but I was worried he might just take it one round, so yeah, I'd rather take back one Gondorian into the reinforcements and yeah, make him just dread taking to Amroth, to Dol Amroth here. Okay. What does he do? Now he gets the Mouse of Sauron. Actually, you could have gotten him last turn, I think, already. He just kind of forgot, I think. And yeah, I draw again character card. I want to get to Bilbos Song. He gets the mouse to Umbar, which makes me think now, yeah, he might have Corsairs. And he gets the Witch King to the Amros here. Okay, he's really intent on taking it. Makes me even more think he has Corsairs now. But as we have seen, he actually does not. Okay, then I play my Elven Robe here. And he draws more character cards and gets Grond, which is, I guess, great, because Grond is always great. You have the Lich King. And then I play There's Another. And, you know, what else am I gonna do? I mean, I must move at some point, and I could have waited perhaps to before I get um, Bilbo's Song, but yeah, I thought why not? I mean, the pool is not too friendly. I mean, there's a lot of eyes, and but I also could hit the 0 or the 1, and that wouldn't be too bad. And I could also hit 3 blue tiles, So, and I get 1 heal. So yeah, I just was hopeful, and I move, and I get an eye here. And then I think, okay, an eye. An eye is 2 damage here, and then I would be at 9, and that's dangerous. So I decide to use Mithril Coat and Sting here. And yeah, don't know. Perhaps that was definitely a mistake because, yeah, not definitely because, I could have then gotten a blue tile or whatever. But knowing that he still has Breaking of the Fellowship in hand and can dish out another corruption, perhaps that was my reasoning because I didn't want to get revealed. I guess. Perhaps it's not a mistake to play it here, but I I cannot use it on red tiles now, of course. Okay, let's see. But of course he draws another eye, so it was completely useless. And now that's very bad because now I get 2 damage and I'm revealed. And he now can play Breaking, and I'm at 10 corruption. So that's bad. Very bad. Then we have a little discussion about if he should draw a tile with Breaking here. No, he doesn't. Yeah. Just gets the corruption. Then I decide, okay, now it's time to do something about the military stuff, and I see Orthanc is still open. So I move my guy from West Emnet from Fold to West Emnet, and hoping for him to attack me actually, so I can retreat to Forts of Eisen and take Orthanc first action next turn. If he musters in Orthanc instead, well, that would be bad. But yeah, I just try it. I gamble a bit, and for the second movement, I move the guys out of the dwarves now, out of Erebor, because I'm now eyeing the Guldur. And he takes the bait and attacks me. And yeah, he has one of bats. He tried to block a scouts I might have, which is smart, but I didn't have that. So let's see. He gets 2 hits, which is not too good, and I get just one. But he presses, and I can retreat. He shouldn't have pressed here. Seeing this, because then I could exactly do this and retreat to Forts of Eisen. And now next turn I can actually get Orthang for free here. He draws my card instead again and gets Bilbos Song. That's my card. Good sir. Then he gets Black Captain commands instead. Okay. Turn 13. We're almost there. We're almost there. He gets a new Powers Rising, which actually is useless because Saruman is dead. And Nazgul Surge also not really useful because it's unplayable. Yeah, he gets rid of Durin's Bane. That makes sense because Thorin is done. And he gets one eye again. And I get this roll. And of course, I use the Will of the West first again because I don't think he has played Day Without Dawn yet. So I don't want to lose it. And I first action don't hide the Fellowship yet. Perhaps that's a mistake. But I'm not sure if there are any other direct corruption cards left in the deck. So, and I wanna take Orthanc before he musters. So take Orthanc, and then I move my dwarves up to Old Forest Road because then I want to use the elves, I think, to get down to Dol Guldur. And now I think I make a mistake because I actually don't move them to Old Forest Road and move them to Woodland Realm. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a mistake, but why not just leave them for Old Forest Road? Perhaps because I wanted to move the whole army as a whole, but still could have done that. Yeah, whatever. Then he goes and yeah, for the retaking of Orthanc, and he brings up his army from Umber manually. And do I do? Yeah, I play Bilbos Song here. He attacks Orthanc to take it back. And I played Bilbos Song here. I'm not sure that was correct because, I mean, of course, playing it was correct, but I could also have instead just moved my army directly with these two army dice to the Guldur or in front of the Guldur, and then he could have only have mastered once, and then I could have attacked by using a ring. And then if he doesn't take back Orthanc, and also doesn't take the Guldur back next round, then, or actually this round, because no, I couldn't take it this round then, but next round, then I could win the game. So, because the Fellowship definitely doesn't look good right now. So I used up all the healing cards now, and I'm still at 8 corruption, still 2 more moves, and I'm revered right now. I definitely need blue tiles now. Any red or any eyes, yeah, it's very bad. Okay, let's see how it goes. Yeah. And then I just muster in Rohan And in Erebor, I'm not sure why I'm not just recruiting in the Woodland realm. Oh, because I don't have any elves left. That's why. So yeah, that's also a bit of a problem. There you can see again the elven force pool is just very small. So I should have at this point have the north at war already, so I could muster northern units, and then I would have a giant army here that could easily take to Guldur or even Mount Gandalf or whatever. But yeah, no elves left, so I guess that was a logical move because then I could just take back Edoras because he moved all of his army to retake Orthanc. Yeah, he then wisely begins reinforcing Dol Guldur, and then now I think to myself, well, if you had moved up to Dol Guldur, you now could have already have it under siege, and you wouldn't be able to muster up. But I didn't. I hide, and he, yeah, just musters, and now it's getting unlikely, more unlikely by the minute I take it. And then I say just, fuck it, I tried, I hope for blue tile, and perhaps then the game is over, because then I can't really get hit anymore, except if I hit red tiles, and but what can I do really? Anything else right now seems pointless. And he gets a 3. Yeah, that's really bad because now I have to kinda I have to do the golem reveal to not die immediately or to not get up to 11 because I really cannot do anything if I am up to 11 and then I'm just too close to dying. So I reveal because I know he has played, I think, every single corruption card that can deal out corruption damage. So yeah, I try to survive here. I explained to him that I did this, and yeah, he moves his armies wisely. He also moves at North Dunland. I think he wants to reinforce Moria here. I think he just didn't know that he could actually just move from North Dunland to Moria directly. But okay, you think that's its plan? Yeah, that's does he to Moria and more guys to take to Amroth, but I think he doesn't need to take it anymore. Okay. Then he draws more character card and search for more corruption cards and gets his guys to the Amroth. And we're on to turn 13 now. And yeah, I roll just 2 movements, which is enough, of course. And he then gets more character cards. And then I begin moving down the north because now I'm definitely intent on trying to take Dol Guldur. But I see I need the north here because otherwise I will never be able to counter his probable recruiting there. So yeah, he then gets Morgul Wound. I think that doesn't really do anything anymore because it might if I get a red and reveal. If I hit the eye, dead anyway. So and Shelob, just a 1 would actually not kill me. Better than also not revealed, so doesn't really matter. Morgul Wound, I guess. Okay, I get the Norse closer, and then he counters it by just recruiting Dol Guldur. And yeah, I get the Norse all the way to war, and more armies around. Don't really know what that is doing. I guess he's trying to get these guys also to Dol Guldur, and these guys, I don't know where they're going. And then I see, well, my chances really are slim because or at least they're not slim, but they're not the best. I just have the chance 7 out of 12 tiles in this situation will win me the game if I hit the 0, the -1, the -2, the 0, the 1 reveal, or the 1. I will win because then I'm just at 11 or lower, or remain at 10. All the other tiles, the 2, or actually the 2 would also win me the game because I could reveal to make it just 1 damage. So it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7, and the other 5 would kill me. So it's not too bad, but it's also not many more than 50-50. It's exactly like I said when I started the model track with that many corruption points. It's sometimes, it's not sometimes, it's close to 50-50, and that's what it is in the end. Yeah, more or less. So the only thing I can do now is not move, and if I don't move, I get 1 corruption, and next turn I have the same dilemma. So I have just this turn and next turn to make the military victory. Well, actually, I don't have that because I actually have to take it this turn. If because otherwise I would get corruption, and then I don't have all the next turn because then I have to move anyway. Because at the end of the turn, the victory conditions are checked, and ring victory conditions are always checked before military victory conditions. So if I don't move, then I get automatic corruption, and then I would hit 12. So I don't have the time. Although I'm not sure if it's actually this turn because I think I moved this turn. Did I? Not sure, but the dilemma is more or less the same, and essentially I just don't have a lot of time to kill off one of his strongholds. And there's no other obvious ones. I mean, Minas Morgul, Moronon are defended. Moria is strong, Dol Guldur is strong, Gandalf is strong. Yeah, it's just not a good situation. So, but I decide I don't try it this turn. I just think, well, perhaps I can somehow kill Dol Guldur. And then I use a ring here to muster. And that is a mistake. I should have just done something else with this character die and not used the last ring. Because now what happens, you will see he musters even more, makes it even more unlikely I take it. Then he even moves the Witch King there. And yeah, get onto round 14 now. I get another blue tile, which is good. Brimbeon. Well, I could use it to muster more elites, but I could also just muster. But I would get another leader there, of course. And we have, what did he get? Yeah, doesn't really need them. Cards, okay. Let's go through this quickly now. He gets another eye and gets 2 more. And then I roll this. So I have used up my only remaining ring last round to just muster, and now I don't get any movement. So that's bad, because now I will take an automatic corruption this round. So I need to win this round. Because if I don't, I will take another automatic corruption next turn, which actually makes the situation completely impossible because look at my dice. I cannot actually win with these dice. I cannot get my armies there in time. And if I then don't move the fellowship, I get 1 automatic corruption, I get up to 11 corruption, and next turn, even if I take it, still at the end I would have to move, because if I don't, then I get the next automatic corruption before the victory conditions for the military victories are checked, and I get 12 corruption and he wins anyway. So yeah, this is just the worst result I could have gotten. So either I win, there's just one, actually there's just one thing remaining. I need to be lucky and dunk the ring anyway. So, and yeah, we can just go through this. I just get another blue tile in. He also draws more cards. I then just muster, which doesn't really make any difference. He moves armies around. I muster more. I draw more cards. He musters even more. Yeah, now the Gulda is. I cannot take it actually. It's just impossible, I think. And just move the armies together and retake Edoras here. Why not? And then yeah, he actually asks us if I take corruption if I didn't hide or move. And yeah, tell him yes, I have to now take automatic corruption, which I do. And we go on to the last round here. And you will see it's really just doesn't really matter what happens now, because it all comes down to me then realizing the dilemma, and yeah, that I only have this shot actually. And I tell him that I could take the Guldur here, but that's actually wrong. Even if I would take it, which would be very unlikely given his army there, yeah, it wouldn't matter because I would still have to move and I can't heal anymore. So yeah, it doesn't matter. So it is what it is, I say, and yeah, I move here. And yeah, look at the pool, it's still the same. Still 7 tiles will win me the game and 5 tiles will kill me. All the eyes, all the red tiles, all the rest will win. And in this case, he draws an eye. So yep, I lose this game. I think yeah, I made a bunch of mistakes. I probably should have just not try to go with the fellowship anymore. I mean, I was a bit unlucky in some situations and I did get really hammered with them, but I could just have, yeah, I could have sieged the Guldur far earlier. Then I would have had enough time to take it, and then I probably could have defended perhaps Orthanc and he wouldn't be able to take it. He might have, but you never know. And then I could perhaps also have attacked on Gandalf or whatever. It could have definitely turned out still a victory, but this, yeah, it was very hard. So that's the game. I think it was interesting. Um, really long, and I apologize for the length, but yeah, perhaps you can watch at 2 times the speed to get through it. And yeah, I hope you liked it. If I should do more videos like this, let me know. Um, Let me know in the comments what you think in general, also if where I can improve, or if I could improve my commentary as well. So yeah, leave a like, and yeah, cheers, I guess.